Obviously, I'd been given this challenge because tomorrow was the rite of spring. I needed to find out where the celebrations would be and what I had to do. I was told to hang about near a river at the crack of dawn and wait. Sure enough, it didn't take long for the crowds to start turning up.
It's about 5 o'clock in the morning now here at Erdnate, and the scene has gone from totally quiet to totally bonkers. There's 200 or 300 really noisy revellers, still more turning up all the time.
But what exactly was my challenge? Finally, it became apparent. I had to jump in the river.
It's freezing cold. I don't know what the local name of the river is, but it ought to be something like the polluted river, because it's just swimming with scum.
But what the hell, it couldn't be any worse than my forfeit. So once again I took my clothes off for Britain, attracting an unusual band of onlookers. Fortunately, I couldn't understand a word they were saying.
It's very cold.
Well, actually it wasn't over yet. The rite involves a trial by fire as well as water. Luckily the flames are nothing like you'd see on bonfire night in Britain, so I got a bit cocky. Well, it never did Eddie Kidd any harm, apart from that 5-year coma, of course.
Challenge 3. Sing Wombling Free from a Minarette.
We had to head back to Istanbul for this task. The singing wasn't going to be a problem, it was avoiding possible death threats that I was worried about. Minarets are holy places, and the only singing which is allowed is the call to prayer 5 times a day. But any song can get boring if you listen to it that often, so I was prepared to give the locals a treat. Somna knew the head of the Otokoy Mosque, one of Istanbul's oldest, and I thought that if she showed him the lyrics to Mike Batt's classic anthem about cheerful hairy creatures who do a lot of tidying up, surely a positive message in any culture, he might make an exception.
What is the story, Somna?
Okay, the story is it doesn't fit with. I mean, it's not legal and it would be offending. It's just. I mean, he said it wouldn't be offended. He wouldn't be offended. Actually, it will be. It's a very nice message, and he really appreciates it. But
what?
But it isn't. It doesn't go with the rule of the book.
How does he get up the stairs if he's such an old man?
He doesn't get up the stairs. He uses a microphone.
From the bottom?
Yes.
Oh, that does mean at least he's not going to follow me.
Whom? The museum?
Yeah,
No,
he's too old.
So if I went up, the blind man couldn't come with us, and there'd be no one to stop me completing my challenge. I told Somna I wanted to go up just to see the view.
Jesus, these stairs are really small. Ah, jeez, a whole lot of shit just fell on my head. Every one of them is just full of crumbled bits of detritus.
All the way up, 2 words kept echoing in my head. Salman Rushdie, Salman Rushdie. But could I do it? Was I brave enough to break Islamic law and risk a fatwa? Or perhaps that should just be a war, as I'm already quite fat.
Yeah. You bitch.
And the answer is no. Oh dear, I'd already failed 2 challenges. From now on it was damage limitation.
Challenge 4. Deliver this letter.
So where's this then?
The answer? 1,200 miles southeast into Asia. What adventures would it lead to? I was about to find out. I was on my way to deliver a letter. Sounds easy enough, but look what happened to Tom Hanks in Castaway. Mind you, my forfeit would get worse the more challenges I failed, so it was crucial that I managed to succeed at this one.
All I've got to do is deliver this letter to number 12 Ataturk Street, Ataturk Kadezi number 12. That's in the town of Halfeti in the region of Urfa, which is where we are. Can't see a problem.
Until the road ran out and we exchanged the car for a boat. After a nice sunbathe, I began to realise what nobody had been telling me.
Well, we've got to Halfeti, and at last I can see what the challenge is. The town, or at least half of it, is underwater. You can see the minaret of the mosque there. It's the only bit of it sticking above. There are still some people living up at the top, but they don't send their kids to the school anymore, because the school apparently is right underneath the boat where we are now.
Up until about 6 months earlier, this had been a functioning little town, but the government had turned the valley into a reservoir, emptying out the population.
I feel a bit nervous actually, because you don't know how tall the houses are underneath us.
Somna had brought the former postman along to give us precise directions.
12 numara
burası mı?
12 numarada burası.
Okay, this is Atatürk Street and this is number 12.
Hopefully there'll be a letterbox somewhere underneath on the ground floor. So I'm going to walk down from what used to be the top floor of this one, jump into the freezing cold water and deliver my letter for a very unpleasant challenge. I'm going to do it. Oh. How cold is this? Yeah, alright, very funny. Turkish sense of humour. Let laugh. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is cold. This is cold.
1, 2, 3.
No, none of that, mate. Oh, here we go. I can't see anything.
I don't know about getting the letter in the mailbox, but judging how fast my privates were shrinking in the icy cold water, I'd have no trouble fitting my penis in the keyhole.
I'm actually walking on just a pile of rubble now. Oh, and it gets very, very deep. You are walking on just old roof slates and like TV aerials or something under here. I've got to tell you, I can see what was remains of the front door, and it's just a pile of rubble now. It's home to fish and crabs, so I'm going to leave one very wet letter for number 12 Atatürk Street, on what used to be the attic. There we go. Hopefully when the resident comes back, and assuming he is marine boy, he'll be able to find his post in slightly soggy condition, warm it over the fire, and hopefully not notice that I've just had a pee next to his window, because it's that cold. It's the only way to warm myself up. I hope you're not filming this. Oh, at last, warmth.